which then stimulated this reaction. So we went and got the charger, but she obviously has a juvenile delinquency problem, would you say?
That might describe it pretty well.
Yeah. But at the moment, it sounded like someone was being terribly assaulted, right?
It was horrible.
And so we gave the charger back to the mom, and that compelled her to start screaming again. So we do support moms out there, even if their 14-year-olds are screaming and yelling like. And the adult, the male
Bravo 204 MEOT.
was plenty good. He was.
Have a good night, 2127.
He was good.
And the other girl in the back seat just kept on Instagramming through it all.
Oh, she did. They were live on Facebook, probably. I don't know if you could hear the screaming in the background. I'm guessing you could. But that car was right behind us. We just assumed there was some kind of nefarious activity.
It certainly sounded
It's
like
never
it.
good to get out with nefarious activity behind you with their lights on, but
Sometimes just no choice.
one of those things, you just hope your flashlight will blind them long enough that they don't, something doesn't happen. So there's a transit car. We'll stop for a moment, see if they need any help. You all good? All right. Good to see ya.
Hey guys.
Yeah, well, sort of quiet. Hey, what's going on in Minneapolis? Have you heard anything over there? I heard there was some problems over there. Downtown on Nicollet? You guys would they notify you or not?
On transit side or?
Well, it's in the, Nicollet and 9th we heard it was at.
Yeah, they had an issue. They've been having an issue down there.
Are they?
Yeah.
364, go ahead.
Nicollet Mall's been very busy.
I figure they're just worried those activities in Chicago are going to bubble up here.
I hope not.
I hope not.
Yeah,
Have a good
really.
night, gentlemen.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
361.
361.
Show us that 726 rating in relation.
229.
For years, St. Paul officers, I think some still do, would work part-time for the transit police as transit police officers.
Yeah, that's right. Transit started out as a collection of part-time officers from other agencies, which wasn't a bad thing because those officers were pretty connected to the communities that
Absolutely.
they were in. 9:30. Not too bad. I'm guessing that we would have heard more about that Minneapolis problem.
I would think so.
I hate to run over there and leave our good county for that long if there's nothing going on. Now, Spruce Tree. Oh, I got to tell you a story. Spruce Tree. Spruce Tree Center, it's obviously shaped like a spruce tree. That was the idea of Marie Slawick. Marie Slawick built that building. Her husband had passed away, and she was a developer right here at the southwest corner. But Marie Slawick and her husband, Harold, also built Harmar Mall.
I didn't know that.
They built Harmar Mall together, and the name
Bravo 728.
Harmar came from the first 3 letters of Harold and the first 3 letters of Marie.
I'll be darned.
Harmar Mall, Harold and Marie Slawick. I got to know her pretty well, and she was a big fan of helping school patrol because of the death of Skipper Slawick, and so she was their family contributed to all the school safety patrols throughout the area, and helped launch the School Safety Patrol Foundation.
231.
Skipper Slawick is buried out at Resurrection Cemetery in Burnsville. Actually, right across the street from my father-in-law and my wife's sister. So, but anyhow, Harold and Marie, Harmar Mall.
I'll be darned.
403.
Myself and Bravo 584.
There was an Applebee's in there for years.
Yeah,
At Spruce Street.
yeah. Post Board is there. Minnesota Post Board, I think, is still there, right?
I think so.
Peace Officer and Standards and Training.
Yep.
Sometime in the next week, the Post Board is going to select a new executive director. From Inside Intel, there's 2 finalists that are going to make presentations on the 17th and then have public input after that. I don't know if there's public input, but there'll be a decision after there, but the public will be allowed to watch the presentations. Of course, the legislature is going to be asking more and more out of the Post Board. The Post Board is the licensing board that sets model policies and standards for police officers. And of course, there's expectations on new model policies regarding use of force, but also there'll be discussion about how to improve in policing in the future. We all know that we can always improve. So when you stop thinking you don't need to improve, that's when you know you have a problem.
Yeah, I became a policeman for the first time in 1975, and policing has done about a 180-degree turn in that 45 years.
Yeah. Where did you start before you came up here?
San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio, yeah. Now that reminds me, tell the listeners about your father, because Ray Scott. So
Oh boy.
tell, this isn't just Pat Scott. This is the son of Ray Scott, former announcer.
Well, I was born in Pittsburgh, and my dad had at a very young age started working for KDKA, which was actually the first broadcast radio station in the country. And he had an opportunity to, at just about the same time, start broadcasting for the Green Bay Packers back when the announcers would travel with the teams. There wasn't just centralized announcers with the network. The announcers would travel with the teams, and there was a network back before the Big Three called Dumond. I believe it was DUMOND, and that was the network that the Packers games were usually broadcast on. And simultaneously, he got hired to be on the Minnesota Twins broadcast team with, I believe, the originals were Ray Christensen, Halsey Hall,
Yep.
Herb Carneal,
Yep.
and the Twins had come from Washington, D.C. to Minnesota, and they had been the Washington Senators. And when they became the Twins, my dad had started announcing for them and did so from 1960 into the 70s. He was also with CBS into the 70s. He did the Packers. He did Kansas City Chiefs for a period of time. Did the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for a period of time.
So now you know why Pat has a voice for radio.
I'm humbled by any comparison.
That's really cool. It's a great legacy. Great legacy. Well, I remember listening to him. I'm old enough to have listened to him.
160 is sending a message.
Receive 2136.
want to thank the person that reminded us to get gas. We do have a quarter tank, but we will be needing to fill up before the end of the shift. Yeah, the former police chief in Minneapolis went down to San Antonio, right? To be the chief down there?
Yeah, William McManus.
McManus, yeah. Is he still there?
He's still there. He left for a brief period of time. I don't know what the story is behind it, but quickly came back and became chief again, and still is. It is a big, big city now.
It's got a big boardwalk down there, right? I've never been there, but
The Riverwalk,
Riverwalk, yeah,
absolutely beautiful.
I heard that.
Great restaurants, shops, hotels,
Yeah.
nightclubs all along the Riverwalk.
We are eastbound on Selby, coming toward Dale. We're gonna run down to Billy's just to check. Well, we don't have off-duty guys working there tonight, so we'll just check to see how it's going. I'm sure the squad is cleared there with the intoxicated female, but the radio is on. Just a little light on calls right now, but.
Information for squads for a cops alert out of Mounds View. Attempt to locate an adult. Adult's name is Danielle Lasher Robinson. Date of birth 02/03/1991. Black female, 5'3", 145 pounds. Brown eyes, black hair. Robinson called her sister, stated she was being assaulted by her boyfriend and that he was chasing her. Officers were unable to locate the subject or ping her phone. Information at 2138.
166.
166.
Put up on the PCN back and pending. I'll take care of suspicious.
Just a reminder for those of you with addresses, we're hitting Summit Avenue, and when it comes to north-south addresses, Summit is 0. So everything north of Summit is a north address, everything south is a south address.
Copy.
Number 10-8. 2138. 639 Summit, last call.
Beautiful night out. My thermometer in the car says it's only 66 degrees out, but it seems warmer than that.
This is my perfect kind of night. Tavern on Grands. Some great walleye in there.
66.
It's going to be a group of males. It appears that they're trying to get into the residence. They're throwing bricks through a window.
Where's that at, Pat? You can look that one up.
66 copy.
It's a West call. Group of males throwing bricks through the window.
166, we're getting an additional caller, name of Jake. States that he's trying to get into his father's home. He's yelling at someone in the background.
Oh.
2140.
Scroll up there. Was that at the top?
Is that it?
Scroll left here, then you can get the
Oh, that's right. I'll get the hang of this.
Yeah, 166. So where are we at?
There it is.
774 Howell Street North. So we're not actually by that, but burglars usually don't throw rocks at the windows, but
166.
Yeah, that's a unique way of trying to get into.
The homeowner's calling in now stating that his son just broke his windows of his house. There was a previous domestic there between the two parties.
oh. Domestic between the father and son.
66 copy.
2141.
Just don't, I never understood just breaking stuff for the sake of breaking it.
You end up having to pay to fix it.
Yeah. Not very busy here at Billy's. But how's everyone? What's going on? All quiet?
Response responding to how it looks like
No,
the
but
one of the
drunk woman
comms is
is
stating
gone.
that he broke the window so he could get in to get his belongings. Is threatening to break additional windows.
That woman
Appears
looks
to be another
familiar.
female inside the house.
Is that Pam? Is
2141.
that Pam? No? Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah? Well, call us if you need us. All right. Hey, is Aaron here tonight? Aaron Henry, you know him, the bouncer?
No, I'm the general manager, but
Yeah.
Aaron's off tonight.
Oh, yes. Okay. Have a good one. Thank you. Thank you.
the right squad's clear, GOA.
2142.
Pretty dead there at Billy's tonight. Gotta be honest with you. If you're thinking of going out, you're looking for a place to relax right now, that'd be good, huh?
That'd be a good spot, nice and quiet.
Good spot. We can be like, we can be the guys that check on restaurants. That let you know where to go.
166.
And we'll give you reviews on the food too.
6613.
We better go down to McGovern's.
Copy, just advising the second comp said that he needs officers or will find weapons to beat someone with.
He needs what? Oh, for crying out loud.
2143.
Weapons to beat someone with? Well. We're gonna go there in case he flees in a car and we want to arrest.
Was that on the howl still?
Yes.
Oh, it was. Okay.
1231 for first area check on the inlet 253.
He needs an officer at the address, or he will find weapons to beat someone with.
The cop said that?
Sounds like the comp. Yes.
166.
That's why we need to get there so it doesn't deteriorate.
Well, the suspect.
166
Out with the suspect at
he's out
2143.
with the suspect. Out with the suspect.
Copy your notes. 49 Harriet Island Road. Dangerous condition. Reported multiple vehicles racing down the Wabasha Street Bridge.
Oh. Seems like the racers are on Harriet Island tonight. Well, it's almost 10 o'clock. We're going to stay out here as long as it takes to get a view of how things are in the city.
27 on scene.
2144.
It seems like when we ride, though, we quiet the city down.
Yeah.
Which may be a little boring for the viewers, but is
Well,
good
they
for
didn't.
the
They didn't know Ray
good for the
Scott was
city.
your dad,
True,
right?
true.
Pretty cool. My wife's dad was Councilmember Jim Ryder,
386.
one of the finest men I ever met.
You can send me the narcotics. I'm just going to give the cop a call.
Copy 1245.
Served on the St. Paul City Council for a couple terms, actually.
166
One detained at 2145.
Sadly passed away while he was in office. A devastating thing. Hey, Pat, let's see what we got in pending. Sometimes we can run in on some of those pending calls.
Yeah, I'll just take a look here.
Sorry, I could get that mounted, but the problem is then if you ever have a car accident, you fly into it
I'll risk it.
rather than have to pick it up.
Yes, I'll risk it.
All right, well, that's good. I'll see if I can get a mount put in there. Disorderly conduct and what? Bandana Square.
10, yeah, at the Best Western.
scroll down there, see what else we got. Oh, Lincoln, what do we got? A harassment. What's happening? We're not too far from 542 Lincoln. Oh, what do we got?
Phone harassment.
Information
Oh, thinks he may be at her address now. And a black Kia with an Uber sticker on it.
One has a dog.
Code 4. It's just going to be one suspect.
Oh, when did that call come in?
Code 4, 1 suspect, 2146.
8:56.
So 8:56. Are you sure?
8:51.
So over an hour, this call's been stacked up in the queue
2147.
on harassing phone calls, but it says she thinks he might be outside too.
Yes.
Well, we're going to have to run over there to 542 Lincoln and let her know that we're keeping an eye on things.
Black Kia with an Uber sticker on it.
That's an pending call that hasn't even been dispatched yet because all the calls are tied up. A lot of them got to run down to those things.
They're on channel 1.
A lot of them have to run down to those calls when families are arguing, you know, the rocks.
29.
We're at WC, but those looking for Spanish speakers.
Now we're in the Summit Hill area. I gotta be honest, never handled many calls down here because there are very few.
Copy,
So I'm not 100% certain how to get to where we're going.
166.
So I am gonna plug in.
Did you get 189 o'clock?
Oh, there it goes. Maybe we can cross the street here. That's Kenwood.
Thank you, 2140.
No, that's a do not enter.
Yeah, but we're a police mission. So I'm guessing Lincoln is over here.
Lincoln will be 1 block south of Grand. And we're actually
A couple, I think.
talking the.
I was on Lincoln when I was coming down that hill, but the problem is it dead ended. This is
Oh, that was.
this is Crocus here, right?
We were on Linwood.
Oh, you're right. You're right. My fault. My fault. So left here up the hill.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think to get to 542, we've got to go all the way up to Grand, and then over to Dale, and then to get onto Lincoln again. I don't think Lincoln goes straight across from here.
5182, clear close report.
It's the next one, right?
Yep.
Goodrich and then Lincoln.
Yep.
But you don't think I can take a right here?
You can take a right here, but I'm not sure if you can. Yeah, we'll find out.
Caller. People are trading. Lockdown. People.
So we're looking for a car that might have an Uber. She thinks this guy harassing
We're
her
still dealing with a group here.
might have. So Dale is 620. So was it 542? Is that right?
542.
Would have been before you got on scene.
So we gotta go down
Yeah,
a block plus. I don't think we had the suspect's name in the notes, so did we?
Yeah, it's a Somali male.
Oh. So we're looking for a car or a person. What do we got for addresses there?
562.
Okay. Was this a halfway house?
Teresa's fine.
I'm not sure if it is or not.
369.
I don't know. Well, check
It
the
said the
apartment
vehicle
number.
was actually parked on Grand. That's
369, could I get 364 to 4? 36414.